What's up, guys, and welcome back to Learn to Play. Oh my goodness, look at this. Look at how I look right now. Well, of course I have my NASL represent, but also I'm all clean shaven, I cut my hair, what's going on? Well, this isn't your rather ordinary video, I would say, of Learn to Play. This is actually a great, exciting announcement. I made it to Grandmasters! March 10th, I'm checking on my watch right now, but March 10th, it's about 2 months after I started this journey, Learn to Play. I've been able to notch one of those goals off of the bedpost. Really excited that I got Grandmasters. Not only that, if you take a look real quick, I'm high up there. It's not like I'm a little tiny bit. I'm looking pretty good up there in the Grandmaster rankings, and hopefully I can continue to do better and better. I've been really getting my matchups very well down in Terran. Hopefully I can keep doing that in all my other matchups as well, because there are 9 total matchups. But let's go ahead and check out the game that brought me to Grandmasters, and let's just find out what happens. Obviously I win, but let's find out. Alright, starting over here in the top right-hand position, we have the red Terran. It is Greator. And his opponent on the bottom left-hand corner is going to be LLIILLLL. Exciting. Alright, so we're going to kind of go through this. I'll go through my thought process, and I'll basically cast this from my point of view, since this is probably going to be the better way to actually learn to play, right? And of course, you guys have enough casts. You know what goes on in the world. I want to just talk about my thought process going through this game, what I was thinking about. So my normal lately has been a Reaper expand. I think it's just a super safe way of scouting out your opponent. You have like small little timings where you can get into your opponent's base a lot of the time, see their composition, see how many Marines are up, and it really allows you, in my opinion, it allows you to play very precise. So you know exactly what your opponent is doing, therefore you can get the exact counter. Or at least counter the range, and the range is very shriveled up. And what I mean by that is that, if they're going tech, it's some permutation of tech, and it's all very similar. So it's like drop, play, a little bit of pressure in the front. Sometimes they're all in, sometimes there aren't. This first SCV, I was checking if there's an initial Marine. I definitely could lose this SCV in the beginning stage, but what I was going to do is just see if the Marine was there and if a potential factory is coming up after that. As you can see, a lot of people would have left there. No, I didn't, because I wanted to see, is it Reaper? Do I have to defend with my Reaper in this beginning phase, or can I be a little bit more aggressive? In this case, I could be a little bit more aggressive with this initial Reaper, because I know I don't have to worry about any sort of really high pressured Reapers, 2 barracks Reaper pressure, that kind of stuff. Third on my factory, my supply depot, and then I eventually get my reactor, and I'm going to reactor the factory, and a lot of times reactored factories just keep you very safe in this early game stage. You can see I halt a little bit there to see if anything shoots me first before actually popping up onto the field, and then I just check, I see 2 gases, I see the factory, so now I know it's most likely some sort of really heavy tech. The normal thing, based on the meta, 90% of the time the build is, some sort of Banshee or Raven tech. So that's all I'm really preparing against. I'm thinking it's going to be some sort of cloaked Banshees. Now, a lot of people will change up based on the fact that I was able to see them. So some people will go into siege tanks. Very rarely it's going to be some sort of all-in, but it definitely could be like one base siege tank play, right? So the way I alleviate the one-day siege tank play is I'm going to have a lot of units out on the floor very quickly, and then behind that I'm just going to mass up as best as possible. So we're going to find out now as it goes along. Let's go ahead and X2 this baby. Am I X2? Yeah, X2. Okay, so I'm going to get additional Hellions. You can see I'm getting the dropship, the starport. That's to threaten a little bit later on. If I need to, I can put down that dropship, and I'll be able to do pressure against my opponent. One thing I'm noticing is that he hasn't really tried to push out. Like, I'm seeing any Banshees on the field and stuff like that, and there's nothing yet. Normally I will hit and butt heads with them with my Hellions, but not happening this time around. So I'm very peculiar at this stage. Obviously getting out the Vikings to be able to deal with his potential Banshees. And here's a big indicator. So I see Ravens and a lot of Hellions. So I'm thinking, okay, he's not going to siege tank pushes. Normally, if he's doing 1 base or 2 base stuff, he doesn't have that many Hellions. So the opportunity cost comes in him getting those Hellions instead of the very quick command center. So I already know this is potentially some 1 base pressure. The ways I kind of defend against this, get the wall, I get the bunker, and now I'm getting double Widow Mines. I think the Widow Mines are really, really important to do burst damage in the early stage and AoE. And you can see I'm just hard defending against any of these shenanigans. The SCVs are a pure tip-off to me that there's some sort of shenanigans coming in. And I'm going to switch over, and I'm thinking to myself, let's just get siege tanks really quickly. I think I'm going to be able to stop anything. You know, I have a nice wall. Everything's going to be fine. I have 3 Vikings out to stop any of the Banshee play, and additionally, like, Ravens will be eliminated from here. I'm feeling really, really good about this situation. I think he actually went back, took his command center, went a very macro-oriented build. I mean, it's the standard thing to do here. I'm just getting up to 5 barracks. It's the standard. And now I actually see the push. And when I see 2 siege tanks with this, I know that this is an all-in. There's no way that he could have 2 siege tanks and be able to get a command center out, because those siege tanks, they need to be coming out of a different factory. So we went 2 factory play. I'm trying to eliminate as many of the siege tanks as possible here. Micro wasn't the absolute best. I'm in a little bit of desperation and things look very bleak. However, I know I'm already on a really, really nice production. I know I'm on 5 barracks here, about to be 4 barracks obviously, because I'm getting sieged. I know maybe I can hold on a little bit. I still have a good economy. I still have skin here, so I'm going to be slightly more mobile than him. And as long as I can get my own siege tanks out, it'll be okay. Obviously, just trying to do some scrappy stuff. My siege tank is out. He wasn't able to take too great of a position. It's still very defensive. And this siege tank is in range of the other siege tank, which is gorgeous. Gorgeous. Of course, I try to kill this siege tank. If I can kill the siege tanks, I know I'm going to be in a really, really nice position. Of course, I don't want to lose too much. But on top of that, I have double medevac production, which is really nice. Blow down the rocks, obviously take back my mobility. It seems like I'm behind, but I'm actually ahead because I have the 2 siege tanks out. I have this base, sort of, and I'm going to retake mobility control. And because he still only has like one attack, my mobility should be able to take over in this particular game. So we're going to see, you know, obviously, I mean, I shouldn't say I'm way ahead, but I am ahead. That is for certain. And now trying to kind of egg him on a little bit, do a little bit of damage. The purpose of that over there is to kind of punish him if he's expanding. And then when I see the SCVs, I'm like, well, okay. I know he was trying to attack with the SCVs, but you know, of course, the back was not done well. Because this was down, the AI went straight to the back over there. So you can see, boom. Just 1 base. We knew this was coming. It was 1 base. Simple, simple stuff. So what does that mean for the challenge? Well, it doesn't really mean too much just yet. It's great that we were able to, you know, knock one out, but we're going to still keep playing StarCraft. You know, I have a true passion these days to be playing StarCraft. I love it. We're going to incorporate League of Legends and poker and Hearthstone and really get into those as well. But StarCraft is the main baby, man. StarCraft has been my passion. I've been just love playing it, thinking about StarCraft, and I love also sharing it with you guys. And I hope you guys continue on the journey, the journey of mastering our craft, which is StarCraft, Hearthstone, poker, and of course, League of Legends. Guys, thank you so much for continuing with me, and I hope for many, many, many more streams. I'll catch you guys a little bit later.